Well, morning people, welcome back. Grumpy old git in the corner. Oh, God, I'll give these up. Right. Well, for those that can be bothered to watch lately, I notice the viewing figures have dropped. Whether that's just down to the faceless ones not putting it out or alerts, I don't know. But hey, always said it's personal choice. I'm not for everybody, so. But saying that, let's get into today's video, shall we? Well, before I get into moaning about our own, let's have a look at something else. Russia in particular. Oh, it's well screwed, isn't it? You know, you got Putin's bully boys on the streets over there, dragging people off, forcing them to join the army. You know, that's to replace the ones they've lost in the Ukraine, I presume. But if your best couldn't do it, what do you think conscripts are going to do? Untrained people. From what we're seeing with the protests on the Russian streets and what have you, it looks like most people are against what he's doing, or trying to do. They don't think it's good for their country, which I don't think it's good for their country, to be honest. And to the point that they're actually setting fire to recruitment offices. Yesterday I saw a report of somebody even shooting a recruitment officer. It's not going well over there, is it? But think of it this way. You're taking people off the streets that don't want to fight for you. They're not interested in what you're trying to do. They don't want you to do what you're doing. And they're fighting back. And you're going to put guns in their hands and train them how to use them? He obviously hasn't thought of this. Maybe this will be the new battlefront, Russian on Russian. I believe they've had civil wars in the past, and yeah, you put weapons in the hands of these people and it is not going to end well. You know, the conscripts won't fight. Anyway, I'll leave that one there. So it looks like the new government's recovery plan here is going down the drain. Not bit by bit, but in huge chunks. You know, they're making big waves in the world of finance, of the wrong sort. You know, to the point now where the banks and facilities in this country are withdrawing services, like lending money, mortgages, you know, giving the support to the people when they need it most. The government want us all in debt, but the banks don't. So again, there's another little war going on there between them, isn't there? And I don't think this is the way to improve trade in this country, by upsetting everybody else around the world. It seems crazy to me. But this is what I've said all along. They're doing nothing to alleviate our problems that we've got now. All of this is designed at the future. None of it is helping us now when we need the help. Yeah, with little things like how to afford food and feed your family, how to heat your house over the winter, how to afford fuel to get to work. When you can't even afford the transport to get to work. They want you at work, but you can't afford to get there because you've spent all your money on food and heating. Ridiculous. All it's doing is pushing more and more into poverty and debt. We've seen strikes all around the country in virtually every sector at the moment, including the legal and justice system. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this is supposed to be putting us on the road to recovery. Well, I'm not saying it. Now, I did say the other day there was letters going in of no confidence in this clusterfucking government. In particular, the Cabbage Patch Kid. But as I said back then, and I'll say it again, with recent history and how it worked out with Boris, this will just end up with another big debate, more and more days and days and days and weeks of arguments in Parliament while nothing gets sorted out here. They're just not interested in solving our problems. Yeah, they're more interested in slagging each other off and pulling each other down. Personally, I think this is probably down to wishy-washy, because he was that miffed that he didn't get voted in. Well, it's not us that voted anybody in. They voted themselves in. So again, we're running under an unelected government, basically, compared to the people. It's getting hard to keep up with this, because doing just a daily video is really difficult when things are changing by the hour. And I don't want to go down the road of putting out 3 or 4 videos a day. It's just too much work for me. But I'll keep doing the daily ones, and I'll keep trying to keep you up to date as they are with what's happening. But yeah, and in other news now, America have managed to crash a spacecraft into an asteroid. Well, at the moment, I think that's the least of our problems. In fact, to me, a bloody great asteroid coming towards us would probably be a relief if it hit. Solve a whole lot of problems all in one go, wouldn't it? Big Bang 2.0, as it were. Or 3.0, because they reckon it has happened several times. But I'm also getting reports of people on channels. I had a message just now about it from somebody, I'm not mentioning any names, about people slagging people off behind their back. Well, you're welcome to slag me off behind my back. I don't give a flying shit. There's a reason you're doing it behind me, is because that's where I'm keeping you. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. It just means they haven't got the bollocks to say anything to your face, innit? Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to try and keep up with a little bit of an exercise regime, as the doctor suggested. It's a bit damp out there for a walk at the moment, and I know that's going to play havoc with my arthritis, but it's got to be done. So, anyway, guys, as always, thank you for your support, those that have stuck here, those that still watch. My respects to each and every one of you. And until tomorrow, probably, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay free from these clowns. They're going to be no good for us whatsoever. I can see another election on the horizon, and I think it's going to be a big, big change. Respect, people.